Now that nasty Nestor Cortez is signed for at least the next 3 seasons with a player option for year number 4, and Reid Hoffman is signed long-term as one of the cornerstones of this franchise, we can head into the trade deadline happy. Welcome to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise on MLB The Show 23, and let's see what deals are out there today. With it potentially being time to trade away Jose Suarez, we need some replacement options. The White Sox aren't going anywhere this year, and Noah Schultz is an option that requires 2 nice prospects from us, but nothing earth-shattering. Schultz is young and happens to be pitching pretty well right now. The Mets will offer up Tyler McGill, but he is a more expensive option and already 30 years old, despite having a 3.02 ERA. The Nationals have Josiah Gray, who's pitching decently, and Mackenzie Gore, also pitching decently. They're prospects they're ready to give up on. Then there's the Reds, trying to send off Nick Lodolo, who has apparently only gotten worse every single season in the majors. No thanks. Our trade ends up bringing in Noah Schultz from Chicago, with the most years of team control while being the youngest and cheapest guy we could get. A true Oakland Athletics trade here. The best prospect that they get back is Khalil Watson, the number 50 ranked prospect in baseball. Now Suarez can go. And the Phillies offer a 19-year-old shortstop that we can grow now that we've lost Watson, and channel member Xavius Klink, who I just hope helps the bullpen. With Klink coming in, we can send Loaizaga out, who we're not going to resign anyways, and bring in 2 18-year-old prospects in Colby Gaynor Jr. and Henry McCauley. I wanted to then bring Jonathan India back, but we may need to revisit that in the offseason because apparently, even though I saved money in these trades, we can't offer him a dime. It is now the last day to sign draft picks, and we get Macias to sign his contract. But Omar Huerta declines, so we will not be bringing him in. I'm gonna have to check free agency for him after the season. Taylor signs up, and finally Rankin signs up as well, so we only lose our 6th round pick. That's not terrible, right? Now a game in Toronto, Canada at the Rogers Centers against the Toronto Blue Jays. They are not playing very well this season, and Jose Barrios will be a nice little challenge for us, even though he's not having the greatest of years. And Jonathan India, who I wanted to give a contract extension, smokes a ball out to center field, gone for a 2-run shot, his 13th home run of the season. He's added some nice power to the squad this year, and I really wanted to bring him back, but the game's not allowing me to do so right now, so hopefully in the offseason. This is the first start on the team for Mr. Noah Schultz. 10-7 record, 3.59 ERA. He gives up a solo shot to Bo Bichette right away, but Jordan Walker, with a nice base hit into right field, is going to bring home a run scored to make it 3-1. Later it's 3-2, and Schultz gets the strikeout to end the 6th inning. So Schultz gives up a couple of runs, but we've seen some flashes of some greatness. Tyler Soderstrom hits this thing deep to right field. It gets caught, but on the tag up, it's going to bring home the 4th run of the game for our Oakland Athletics as Jordan Walker crosses the plate. Oscar Gonzalez to the plate with a nice gapper into right center field, bringing home another run on an RBI double, making it 5-2 off of Nick Whitgren. That'll bring in Xavius Klink. We want to see what he's got right away. He's got 20 holds last year. He hasn't pitched a whole lot this year. The Phillies were kind of dicking him around, bringing him up, sending him down, and he gets a strikeout of Emmanuel Rivera. Then there's Kevin Biggio. He goes down. That nasty curveball from Klink could be an asset for us. Bo Bichette, though, man, he was just mashing every pitcher today. It didn't matter who it was, and that's going to bring home a run right there, 5-3. Can Toronto make a comeback? We hope not. Oscar Gonzalez is going to provide another ribby, making it 6-3 Oakland Athletics. Runners on the corners with just one away for Vladdy Jr. against his former team, and that thing is hit very well, very deep, and caught at the wall. However, it will score a run on the sacrifice fly, make it 7-3. That one coming off of Jordan Romano. Bring in Zach Jackson because we've got such a big lead. So Zach Jackson coming in. There's Bobby Dahlbeck. He goes down just looking. That was an acquisition for the Blue Jays. Dahlbeck actually made the All-Star game for the Red Sox. Hilarious. Emmanuel Rivera takes a walk, and Kevin Biggio just cannot get a hit today. He goes down, and that'll bring up Dalton Varsho, who gets a base hit right between third and short. Hoffman will go ahead and throw it in, and they've got 2 on for Matt Vierling, who takes Zach Jackson absolutely to the moon, into the stands. It is gone 427 feet. What a hit for Matt Vierling, and that makes it just a 1-run game. So Colby Gaynor's going to come in, try to get his 28th save of the season. 2.23 ERA for him on the year. He's been very good against righties, but he's going to walk Bo Bichette, and I can't really blame him. George Springer will be the one to go down swinging and end the game as Colby Gaynor gets it done. 7-6 win, and Colby Gaynor gets that 28th save, with Noah Schultz going to 11-7 in his first start with us. Now we get to look at the spoils of the draft. How good was it? Well, Kevin Hairston could be incredible. 75 overall with 87 potential. He can hit, he can field, he can run, he can steal bags. I love it. The rest of our picks here are rather lackluster. Raymond Macias has power, which I like, but he's only got 73 potential, which could stick him in the minors for a while, but we'll see how it goes. It could rise as well. Robbie Rankin's a 60 overall with 67 potential. Yuck. Carlos Garcia's a 62 overall with 65 potential. Also yuck. Dewey Taylor is a 60 overall with 70 potential. At least we didn't take under 60 overalls with these bad potentials. I was really close with Kerry Duncan's assessment. He's a 65 overall and 65 potential when I thought it was more 70-70, but this is actually fine. Great contact and speed as I expected, a definite Oakland A. Also, in case you were wondering, Hairston was the best overall in the draft at 75. If you would like to be a prospect in this year's draft class, make sure you drop me a name in the comment section below. Time for that annual game at Yankee Stadium as Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees will host our Oakland A's. Aaron Judge, of course, is playing well this year. He always is, but you know who else is pitching pretty well here? Chris Horn, channel member prospect, and I know the comment section loves when we mash up channel members. There's Vladdy Jr. getting it done right off of the bat with a 3-run jack. His 26th home run of the season, traveling 346 feet. And look at that, trying to silence the crowd as well. Yankees faithful can't believe it. Every time these A's come in here, we absolutely mash their pitchers, and channel members apparently are no different. Eric Lauer is pitching in this one, 3.26 ERA, 12-7 record, 128 whip. And he's going to face another channel member prospect and take it to the limit. 3 home runs for him on the season, but not this time. He goes down swinging for the first Eric Lauer strikeout. Aaron Judge makes it a second strikeout immediately after, and then Oswaldo Cabrera, 3 strikeouts for 3 outs in the first inning for Lauer. But a solo shot for Anthony Volpe and Carson Kelly make it really difficult as Broderick Sable goes down swinging in a 3-2 game to end the 3rd inning. Oscar Gonzalez comes up and hits one right back up the middle. Could have brought home a run, but instead, he's out of there. Bucky Carver comes up and laces one into left field. His name's Buck, and you know what he's here to do. There's Jonathan India sliding across the plate for a 4-2 Oakland A's lead. Reed Hoffman with 2 in scoring position is right into the glove and left. So no runs driven in for him there, but Jonathan India, second opportunity for the A's. That one's complete into the short corner in left field. India's tagged out at second, but he did bring home the 2 runs. Then a solo shot for Broderick Sable, but then he goes down looking in the 8th. So he was very up and down today. Carson Kelly had a solo shot early, but he swings and misses, and that's through the 8th inning. Jordan Walker up with 3 on in the top of the 9th, and he is out and right. And look at Aaron Judge with the absolute cannon. That would get Tim Anderson out at the plate. Aaron Judge with an absolute cannon of an arm. You can never test it. We never have luck testing his arm. And Colby Gaynor will come in trying to get his 29th save of the season. 44 strikeouts to 10 walks. Well, make it 11 walks as Estevan Florial will go ahead and take his base. Orlando Arcia goes down looking. Don't just sit there. You gotta swing the bat. Oswaldo Peraza up the middle. Anderson to India to Vladdy Jr. And it's a 6-3 Oakland A's win, and that's actually one of the tamer wins we've had against the Yankees in this franchise. Chris Horn goes to 8-8 on the year. Kenny Stevens then gets hurt a couple of games later with a fractured arm, and he's going to miss 1 to 2 months, which could potentially end his season. One of the few parks I've been to, Citizens Bank Park, where the Philadelphia Phillies reside. And this is rare. We are playing a team that has a better record than us, and they have our ex-pitcher, Jose Suarez. And he's given up a solo shot to Reed Hoffman to start the game, as nasty Nestor Cortez will oppose him on the other side, facing Brian Reynolds and striking him out to end the first inning. Phillies come away empty-handed. Both teams hitting relatively well, getting some guys in scoring position, but just not bringing them home. That leadoff home run is huge. Walker going down swinging in the middle of the 4th. And Suarez just pitching wonderfully, but gave up 2 solo shots. That's been the difference thus far. There's Jonathan India. He's got this one going back really, really far. And look at the robbery. What a catch in left. Solo shot for Vladdy Jr., and that makes it 3-0. Here's a hit into right field. Oscar Gonzalez attempting to gun him down at the plate, and unfortunately cannot. It is 3-1. Kyle Schwarber goes down looking, though. He does not like the call, but it definitely was a strike. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. gets a homer for the Phils, and then Tucupita Marcano goes down swinging for Zach Jackson's first strikeout. Alec Boehm comes up, gets a base hit into center. 2 on, 2 out for Bryson Stott. He takes this one out to left. Reed Hoffman under it, makes the catch. And the A's escape the 7th. We go to the 8th, where Vladdy Jr. had a runner in scoring position. And Vladdy Jr. brings them home. 4-2 A's. He finds his way to second base as well. RBI double, his 20th double of the year. Jason Givens with bases bombed, hits it all the way into the right field corner, having a little trouble getting it and throwing it in, and that's a bases clearing double. 3 ribbies on that one for Givens, make it 7-2. Xavier Klink, the ex-Philly, coming in. He has not pitched extremely well for us since we have brought him in, but he's trying to right the ship here. He's trying to adjust. It's a new city. Here's his old city, and he gets the strikeout of Max Kepler just sitting there staring at it. And then Tucupita Marcano goes down as well. So Klink with a very nice inning to end the game. 7-2. Oakland A's with the win. Nasty Nestor goes to 10-7, and our former man, Jose Suarez, goes to 11-8. It's now we've take on the Tampa Bay Rays, another really good team. But as you can see, our comparison to them, we are better than them in every metric right now. And we get to see Noah Schultz in his second start with the club. 3.63 ERA for him on the season. You see Reed Hoffman, this team going up against Shane McClanahan in this one. Noah Schultz in a little bit of trouble in the top of the 3rd. And he makes even more trouble for himself. Nelson Velasquez barely gets it over the center field wall, but over the wall it is. For his 5th home run of the season, 422 feet. So now Hoffman and company got to go to work, but unfortunately the tag and the throw, very impressive for the double play there. Jordan Walker goes down on a strikeout, and it remains 3-0. There's Schultz just working through just that one bad pitch on the one great swing. And Tim Anderson makes a great swing himself out to left field. It is a grand salami. How about a grand salami that takes the lead for the Oakland A's? 16 homers on the year for Tim Anderson. That one travels 363. And we've seen a lot of grand slams this year by this team. It is incredible. There's Tim Anderson with another one. Make it 4-3, 2 on, 1 away, and there's a hit for Bucky Carver. His name's Buck, and you know what he's here to do. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he comes up. He loves lacing him down the left field line. I absolutely love it. That's going to put runners on the corners, make it 6-3 off of Garrett Clevenger. They're going to bring in Zach Eflin. They're like, there's no way Eflin's going to give up stuff, right? Wrong. There's Jordan Walker. Big double into the gap. Another run scored. Send the runner all the way in. That's 2 RBIs on that double. Oscar Gonzalez has a chance to bring some in, and he will, lacing it to center field. Make it 9-3 Oakland A's. Reed Hoffman says, we ain't done. He hits this thing down the right field line on a pulled shot, and that brings home not just 1, but 2 runners on a 2 RBI triple for Reed Hoffman. It's 11-3. His 11th triple of the season. Pete Alonso comes up in the top of the 8th off of Jose Alvarez, and he hits a 2-run shot. Polar Bear Pete making it 11-5 with his 26th home run of the season, getting the Rays just a little bit closer. And as you've known throughout the season, our bullpen has liked to make games a lot closer than they need to be, as here is Randy Arozarena, and he's going to hit a 2-run shot in the top of the 9th off of Xavier Clank. 19 homers for Randy Arozarena on his year. Here's Manuel Margot, and Margot rips one all the way out to the left center field wall. Lucky that wall is there, or it could have been gone as well. That's an RBI double. It's 11-8. Isaac Paredes comes in off of Zach Jackson now, and the A's just cannot get out of this game. This game was 11-3. And now Isaac Paredes, 11 home runs on the season. That one goes 409. Now the Rays have this game sitting within 1. And Colby Gaynor going to come in and get himself a cheap save yet again, as he just needs 1 out to get the job done. And the Oakland A's will get the win. Gaynor gets his 34th save of the year. Schultz ends up picking up the win, though that was in question for a while. It's September, and it's decision time for call-ups, as your Oakland A's are up 6 games on the Astros and 8 on the Angels. The Aviators are up 7, and the Rockhounds are up 11. Organization domination. Reed Hoffman is vying for the batting title, and Colby Gaynor is trying to win reliever of the year. All Angels and Astro games will be played in the next episode, as well as following the minor league clubs as we normally do. This team is very likely finally heading to the postseason in year number 4. I hope you're along for the ride. Thank you all for your continued support on this episode by liking the videos, sharing them, watching them all the way through when you can. I really appreciate it. Thank you, channel members, for going above and beyond what is required to support. If no one has told you, FG fam, I love you all.